Recording? Dude.
Fear is a choice. I'm going to open that with that.
Fear is a choice.
Fear is a choice.
No, sorry, I put too much inflection. Fear is a choice.
You sound like Obama there.
Fear is a choice, my fellow Americans. Nah, that don't sound like Obama. It sound like the original Bush.
So, all night, we've been making After Earth jokes. Because we came out of the follow-up Will Smith movie.
No. He was in A Winter's Tale as Lucifer wearing a Jimi Hendrix shirt.
I didn't think I see that. I don't think I've seen that movie.
We did not get a showing of that down here. I have only heard about this, and I've seen screenshots of Will Smith as the devil. It's pretty bad. It is really, really bad. I almost want to say that After Earth was probably a highlight of his career comparatively.
Wow. So, welcome back to another Midnight Showings. We got out of focus.
Which our camera was actually having trouble doing before we started this. We had to fiddle it around with it.
Ironic? Probably.
Very.
Starring Will Smith. Eye Candy. I don't know what her name is.
I think that she was from My Name is Earl.
No.
I think it's the actress.
That is not the same one. You will know when you see her.
No, she's cleaned herself up and she's presentable,
Wow.
which is the highlight of this movie. Non-spoiler version. I personally don't think it's worth seeing in theaters. Maybe a Redbox, definitely a Netflix if you see it there, but I don't think it's worth seeing in theaters. There are moments of this that are just drug so badly.
This is not a comic book or superhero movie. Of course it drug.
That's not true. There's plenty of things that we've watched that aren't comic book related that didn't drag. And no, I'm not going to bring up Kingsman because yes, it is comic book material.
It is a comic book movie.
But I don't know. It's just I still stand by that. This is Ocean's 11 without the charisma. I mean, it's charisma when they're explaining what just happened in front of you, but all the other moments, it's like it's trying to be some kind of teen drama. So
Will Smith is just coming out of his Shyamalanizing, apparently.
He's just spoken with a spirit animal, which was a platypus bunny.
Platypus bunny?
No, he was the platypus bear.
Platypus.
His is the platypus bear. The critic is the platypus bunny. This is my spirit animal. Bullshit. But yeah. Before we get into the actual spoilers of this, yeah, that's my recommendation. Do you agree with it, or do you?
I'm not sure at this point. I know my parents would probably like it.
Yeah, there were definitely moments of this that were really full of awesome energy, and by God, the freaking choreography of just some of these lifts and gimmicks and things. You're just like sitting there. Holy shit! This would actually happen! You could totally see this happening in real life. I mean, it's not... to compare, again, to Ocean's 11, or any of the Ocean's movies, the Ocean's movies, I could never see any of the shit they do in that actually happening. At all. But in this, I could totally see someone apparently ripping off all of my jewelry, my wallet, and potentially my kidney... in this crowd of people.
Yeah, this whole time. So, are we getting into spoilers right now?
One last final thing before spoilers. Yeah, I don't think it's worth seeing in theaters. Do you augment that decision at all?
I don't know what to think. I just loved it so much. I enjoyed myself. I was laughing.
Especially for the holy shit moment at the end.
Dude.
Yeah, there's a pretty well set up.
I'm getting ready for another thing by Will Smith, and just it scared the crap out of us. Someone in the back screamed at that moment. We'll get into that later.
Yeah. So let's go into the spoiler version.
Okay, so
the story is a bit hard to even sum up because it feels like there's two stories here.
Yeah.
What the first movie and its sequel.
Will Smith is a con man.
The best in the business.
The best in the business. And he is Black Batman. He can, without the costume and without the gadgets, he can convince somebody that to like look right at him and just hold a normal conversation while he's jacking their wallet and probably their internal organs.
Taking their wallet, taking their watch, taking their rings, taking their necklace, taking their earrings, taking even the underwear off their pants. Because, by God, that's Will Smith. He is Will fucking Smith.
If Samuel L. Jackson didn't play Mace Windu, Will Smith could.
I don't want to say that Keanu Reeves was a bad choice for Neo, but if you were to actually put him next to Will Smith, who was offered the role before Keanu Reeves...
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but Keanu, you're a good actor. You can do this. You can do the action shit, but we're going with Will Smith.
I don't know. Keanu's career can be summed up in, whoa. Whoa. Until they can dodge bullets. Anyway, we're getting into Keanu Reeves' career now.
Yeah, we're getting into some...
Now we'll be reviewing The Matrix.
The first one was amazing.
It's symbolic and mean stuff. Anyway, so Will Smith is training this chick.
And they even appropriately call her the intern.
The intern.
Because he has apparently 50 people.
And we get to see basically a demonstration of what I just saw. And I made, and as it's like pulling out and they're walking away, I made the joke that it's like, well, you better check for your kidneys now.
Their team is just so tight-knit and awesome.
Yeah.
They're pulling off just lift after lift after lift after lift after theft after... There was one... The freaking hotel scene was one of the ones that just kind of dropped my jaw because of how well planned it was. They didn't tell the main character girl what was going to go on, but everybody got set up before they walked into this lobby of the hotel room.
Yeah.
And then just randomly, Will Smith turns to her, and you will not fucking do this again! I will not hit it! Everybody turns to them. But meanwhile, the very few people who were scattered amongst this lobby start swiping people's bags. There's that stupid, they have a bag, they put it over someone else's briefcase that locks in and walk off with it. People are like, their wallets are gone. I mean, it's like at least 15 thefts instantaneously, and nobody noticed this shit.
Okay, there's kind of an explanation before this. How Will Smith meets the intern that leads in to this hotel scene.
Best audition ever.
So she comes at him in the bar. Will you be my husband, please? To like get away from this
boyfriend.
Get away from this dude who's like trying to roofie her or whatever.
I don't know if that was it. He was obviously just an old pervert trying to grab her ass.
Yeah. And so they start to get to talking and everything, and you just think it's, you know, he's trying to con her and you don't know what's going on. So they go up to her room and they're starting to do it. They get, you know, undressed.
No, they didn't get undressed. They didn't get undressed yet. That's actually a plot point.
And then this dude just busts in. Who the fuck are you? Oh my god, it's my husband.
He's like holding a gun to Will Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna fucking shoot. I'm gonna fucking shoot.
Oh my gosh.
He's just like sitting there. Okay, I could probably do something. Like what? Actually, no. You don't need to. You see, I think you should shoot me. I mean, especially with all the things I was about to do to her. I mean, what kind of things we're talking? Shut up! She's gonna shoot you! You know, I got cancer. I got a big old tumor in my brain. You know, you should probably blow it out because it'll probably do me a favor. It's living on cloud 9 here. And it just keeps going. And the guy is obviously like shaking. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna shoot you. It's so.
And it's revealed that it's an audition to be a con person.
Yeah, he's just like, oh my god, you guys are so bad at this. what do you fucking mean? He's gonna still shoot you. He's like, no, he won't.
And so we get the ninja Will Smith demonstration.
As he lifts crap off of them, he
Yeah.
tells them what they did wrong. A, if you're gonna pull this con, wait until you got the pants down. That way, you get at least whatever's inside their pants. B, you let them run before you catch them. That way, they're more subjective to let you to give you shit to get away, because they'll feel more threatened. He's just like, oh my god, this guy is the best con man ever. But that's basically the story. They recruit her and train her, and then
Yeah, no, okay, we gotta go back to the hotel, because this is the funniest, I think the funniest moment ever.
when she asks him to train her.
Yeah, and so we see these simultaneous thefts going on in the casino, and then like go up to like the lobby or the hallways, the corridors of where the rooms are, and you just see more thefts going on, pretty much the same way the first when they met went down. This black chick is like, who the fuck are you? Oh my god, it's my husband. Same exact thing, and you see like,
But he's got his pants down.
yeah, this time, and he runs out in his underwear, and you see this happen like 3 more times. You see guys running out.
And when he's explained that whenever there's a big event, in this case the Super Bowl, that they always do this.
Yeah.
That everybody and anybody and everybody comes out of the woodwork to do this.
Yep. This scene happens in New Orleans, by the way. I thought it was Mardi Gras for a second.
It is shot a little bit like it. I only knew that it wasn't because everyone's wearing a jersey. If it were Mardi Gras, we'd be seeing a lot more boobs.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's rated R anyway. They got enough leeway.
But they didn't take it. I mean, there's one potential shot of the leading lady's boobs, but that's...
Remember, rated R. Be sure to... What did the poster say in Sandy? So when we were in Sandy, we saw a poster for like the ratings of the movies all the way to NC-17.
Be sure to call a sitter. No, maybe call a sitter.
Maybe
call a sitter.
Maybe call a sitter.
And then NC-17, call the sitter.
Call the sitter.
And I'm just like sitting there. Rated R. Call the sitter if you're gonna go see something that's rated R. Unless it's Saw 1, where everything's done off scene because they couldn't afford the practical effects budget, and it's only rated R because they fucking swear, then just...
I'm sorry. I was just remembering our conversation from that.
Yeah.
We should have got shots from the beautiful theater over there. I haven't seen a theater that big since Disney World.
And even better, when we go to sit in our own seats, we're just like sitting there, wow, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not even a comparison.
My butt will never be the same. It's been spoiled. This wasn't even an AMC theater.
Maybe this is why I don't know if we should see this in theaters, because it's not the one that we went to see Naruto in.
Anyway, we just went off on a huge tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
You come for the movies, but you stay for the tangent.
You stay for all of the tangents.
That should be our slogan.
And the wonderful lighting.
Once our channel gets off the ground, that should be our slogan. Come for the movie reviews, stay for the tangents.
We'll definitely work that in.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, going back to the movie, the story is basically them training her, and then halfway through the movie, they give her cut, and they leave her in a car and tell her to go away.
Yeah.
And then we cut to 3 years later, where he's pulling another job
In Buenos Aires.
on a track race team, where all over some super secret race thing. And I'm just like sitting here.
It's like a chip or something for the cars.
It was a piece of tech that they built,
Yeah.
and an equation that measured out fuel burn ratios to give them this unparalleled edge or something. But anyway, the con itself has absolutely nothing to do with the first section. All you need to know is that he left her in the first one after they gotten close. And then this next one. As I said, it's like movie 1 and movie 2. And I'm just like sitting here scratching my head because it's not flowing at Oh!
If it were a sequel, I don't think it would have done as well.
I don't think so either. I mean, you got two really good ideas for stories here, but they feel more like TV episodes. than they
These
do
could be,
anything
the
else.
first one could be like a film student makes a short film, somehow managed to get Will Smith, or at least someone who looks like him.
As well as a bunch of other people I recognize from a lot of other projects.
I think the second part could practically be, well, a movie in its own, which it kind of was. A sequel.
Yeah, it connects not very well. Other than, you know, they have a relationship, and at the very end, they get together.
Yeah.
After one of the holy shit moments. And the movie at its highest points, its best is when they're explaining the con that you just saw. And you don't get that as much in the second half. I mean, there's some really, really good moments. Like,
Oh my gosh.
when they finally figured out that Will Smith played everybody in this last section, the bodyguard that basically tipped them off to it goes to the pharmacy. He gets
Yeah, we just get this scene of him in the pharmacy, and he's like buys a mouth guard.
mouth guard, some stuff for wound covering, a neck brace, and
neck brace.
training a bicycle helmet.
Does he buy the? Is that where he gets the helmet? I just had it,
I thought I saw him buy it, but
and then some duct tape,
and
which
duct
is
tape
weird.
and duct tape.
Even the clerk looks at
He's
him
like-
weird.
Oh my god, I'm watching 50 Shades of Gran. Gran. But yeah, he's just getting it. He nonchalantly gets in his car, driving, time, driving.
Yeah, we just
he
get
notices
this.
it, and all of a sudden he puts on his seatbelt. You see him reach over, grab the mouth guard, put it in, grab the neck brace, put it on while driving,
All this while driving, yeah.
puts on the helmet.
Crash, and then it like pans over, and you see Will Smith and eye candy in their car.
In their car, and he's already gotten out, removing all the stuff, spitting on the night guard, and putting a gun on them.
He's just like,
What the fuck just happened?
he had a nice view of the city. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That was a great shot.
yeah, and there's some really, really cool lightings and way they did a lot of these shots as well.
Yeah.
It definitely, it had a lot going for it, and it was a very well-made film, but I don't know if it was good or not, because when the con's going on, before they do the before they do the explanation, you don't know what the fuck you're looking at. And it's not comparing it to another piece that was exactly similar, the Oceans movies again. Oceans, they were a little bit more blatant with what they did, so that you could follow the cleverness. And there was a lot of humor to carry over those parts. There wasn't as much here. They played it a lot more straight, a lot more real. And kudos for doing realism. I love to see realism there, but at the same time, it wasn't as entertaining as, say, Oceans, that had all just the little gimmicks inside of it that were keeping you chuckling and smiling throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
When he explains everything,
Yeah.
especially the first con at the Super Bowl, when that one gets explained, that
Oh my
is
gosh.
the best con. Do not spoil this. We are not going to spoil this for you.
Oh,
'cause
man.
if you see this film, you have to see this con. This con is brilliant. Oh my god, it's so brilliant.
Can we talk about the Persian? Or did I say too much already?
We can talk about the 400-pound Persian and his cleansing.
Oh my gosh. So we're being introduced to the characters, and this just comes out of nowhere. I didn't think this would be an actual character. And it's this older guy who's part of Will Smith's group and him talking in this like empty building that's being built. And just out of nowhere, he's like, does he still have irritable bowel syndrome? Yeah, he should do a cleansing. He's a 400-pound Persian. He's not going to do a cleansing. We're just like, where the fuck did that come from?
And when they come to pick him up, there's a really funny con that involves him having a heart attack. And Eye Candy has to sit there and, oh no, somebody help, somebody, get a doctor! And
everybody goes. The gang is doing their thing.
So who's the cop with the hands that kept going from my ass there at the end?
That guy was real.
No, that was a real cop. Wait, what? He just stumbled inside of there. It's like,
who hits on a grieving widow?
But yeah, they keep pulling back to this Persian, this 400-pound Persian. He has to sit in the front seat. So he forces her out and then talks like to Will Smith as if she's not there. You hitting that? I'm right here, guys. I'm right here. Hello. Nah, I'm not hitting that. And then randomly when they introduce him in the second half of the movie, it's like, oh my God, you look great. You've lost so much weight. And it's like, I did a cleansing. Just I can see the attempts, this humor going through, and with the Persian guy it worked, but with everybody else.
I have to know who that actor is. Aside from the perv moments, I feel like I've seen him before. He was hilarious.
I think he was inside of Surrogates as the tech guy, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen that movie for a long time. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. If you know who he is, put his name down there.
Or we're just gonna IMDb it later.
But you see, if I tell them to comment, they're more likely to. They'll do the research for us. It's a scam.
Wow.
It's subjective. See, I'm putting small little hints there. I'm pointing at my watch at the time, so they'll realize.
Yeah,
that's the summation of this movie. The explanations. They use psychology, sociology, deception.
Yeah, so when the gang is pulling off the grieving widow thing, the older guy is describing like these hand signals. It's like, I'll scratch my nose. Unless I'm using my thumb, then I'm really scratching my nose. 2 fingers mean this. 3 fingers mean this.
One button button 1 means potential mark. Button means for sure mark. 3 buttons means avoid. And you got him is a scratch on the nose. But if I'm actually using my thumb, that means I'm actually scratching my nose. So don't worry about that. Then we're gonna go to here.
And she's just, okay, what?
Okay, what? Okay, plan B, get out there.
You guys come with me.
And he just pushes her out there and does more obvious symbols to point her at a person, where she'll create a distraction and a guy will steal everything. It's one of the weirdest crime movies I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if this works, but I'm glad for difference. I just don't know if this was worth seeing in theaters.
Oh my gosh.
Though, because I don't know, it just, if it flowed a little bit better, I could recommend this. Maybe if they cut some things. There's like this 2-minute long segment where Will Smith's in a chair. Okay, you want to know? You want to know? And it just goes for almost 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just, wait, what? Was that emotion? Was that him building up to this?
He's trying to fight off his Shyamalanizing.
He's trying to figure out an emotion. He knows that he's without them at this point, so he's trying to throw in as many as possible so that he can somehow feel again and be able to be that charismatic actor that we know.
Yeah.
Shyamalan, you will be Shyamalized. So, yeah, I don't have anything much to say about that because there's some really cool lighting things, especially when they go to the club or the dance, or when they reveal what the girl was doing in Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
That one had a pretty good laugh out of me.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer. I thought they were just pulling a con. And I'm like, well, of course she's just here. We wouldn't have a movie otherwise. We need a conclusion.
Yep, we need a conclusion, and she's just, there.
Are you pulling? You're still pulling off watches.
It's what I do best, and I like it. You are so much better than watches. And at the end,
She has
at the very end, when all is said and done,
has the watch.
She's got the watch she was stealing. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing I can say about this is the shock of the ending. By God, that was set up perfectly.
Oh my gosh.
I called that it was going to happen, but I still found myself in the holy shit department when it actually did.
Yeah.
I knew that it was coming. That I'm not going to say who does it, because that's a bit of a twist, but Will Smith gets shot in one of the most unexpected ways you will ever see put to film. I mean, this is like The Departed, when the freaking elevator doors open and all of a sudden Leonardo DiCaprio gets shot in the head. Shocking. I mean, it's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere. Unless you're me and you know what you saw. But again, I still found myself, because of the way it was actually shot and how well it was done, whoa! And yeah, suffice it to say, there were a lot of really good moments. I just don't think it's worth a ticket price. Save your money for something better. Go see Kingsman.
Go see Kingsman.
Go see Kingsman, because that was...
Red Box Focus. Buy it for Grandpa at Target when it comes to $10. He'll enjoy this movie. If he enjoyed the Ocean's movies, he'll enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean...
Cheap little gift.
There's a lot of similarities to the Ocean's movies. And the cons themselves are a lot more realistic. But from a film standpoint, that might have been a bad thing, because until you get to the explanation, it doesn't always work. Granted, it worked when they were betting in the Super Bowl, but in the second half, it just kind of got, it just drug. It really did. If it had been a little bit more fast-paced, there's some cool transition shots. There's a transition shot where Eye Candy and Will Smith start to sleep with each other, and they're like getting undressed, and they go around the corner into the bedroom. So the cameraman follows the hallway, following. Once it gets to the actual doorway to the bedroom, it's morning all of a sudden, and they're just sleeping in bed. It's one of the more fluid transition shots I've ever seen. It just worked perfectly. Although, in the movie, did you notice that everything was a Will Smith track to the next thing, Will Smith track to the next thing?
Because the camera gravitates to Will Smith.
Every time. No, if it was cutting from Will Smith to her in the middle, like a conversation would normally, I wouldn't have a problem. No, it's cut to Will Smith, track to her, and then cut to Will Smith again, and track to her.
The twist is the cameraman is actually Jada Pinkett Smith. She can't keep her eyes off him.
No, that would be the editor, because it was always cut between that. It was obvious that the cameraman...
Edited by Willow Smith.
The cameraman was Jaden, who doesn't want to look at his father anymore after Earth. So she'd much rather look at the walking tits over here. Which is basically her character in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's why I've called her Eye Candy. Mostly because I can't remember the actress's name.
She wasn't bad in this, but she was nothing memorable. Really nothing that would make her equivalent to Will Smith.
Yeah.
How did she get this role?
Yeah, if she wasn't so old and like broken down, you probably could get the chick from My Name is Earl, and you wouldn't know the difference. It's at least you have an accent or something to make her semi-memorable.
We do have something to make her semi-memorable.
Her bikini?
She has the longest period ever.
Wow.
The joke in the movie is
she's good at stealing watches.
She's good at stealing the watches, and she's been trying to do it for a long time. So she gets feisty and touchy-feely, and right when he wants to go up to the bedroom, I'm sorry, I got a headache right now. I'm sorry, it's my time of the month. It's not.
You would think that would be suspicious. She might be good at stealing watches, but she's probably not that good.
And the guy, when he finds out, is like, the longest fucking period in the world.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was horrible. But yeah, so final verdict from me: not worth seeing in theaters. Did you change your mind?
Red box it.
Definitely.
See it at least once or twice.
Yeah.
See it with people and like riff on it.
To quote a reviewer on YouTube, like, it's T-minus 10 minutes till you forget it. Yep, it's already gone. But yeah, so did you see it? Tell us what you thought about it in the comments below. Let's try to get some more interaction out of people who watch our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of our 19 other subscribers, that's not me.
Possible 21. I mean, we did put up that Naruto review inside of the Fanatic.
Yeah.
Oh, quick announcements. For those who don't know, we are going to a convention. Not as guests, unfortunately. But we are going to a convention.
We are going to convention, Fanatic Fest 2015. First one in maybe, what, 3 years now?
2 years.
2 years.
They took a break off. We've gone to the last 3?
Yeah.
God, has it already been 3? Damn. But yeah, they are moving they're going to be at the Dixie Center here in St. George, Utah. It's going to be March 27th through 28th, a Friday and a Saturday at the end of March.
Yep.
We've got Chad Harding and another artist whose name escapes me. I'm trying to think of his work at the moment. God damn it. I suck at these promotional trailers.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to be there. So if you happen not to be someone that we aptly know who wants to come and meet us, come on down. I'm probably going to be in an Akatsuki cloak again.
I'm going to be dressed as Xemnas, Organization 13 cloak with a bad wig that has seen better days. Of course, I got it for $30 on eBay. I need a better wig.
Yeah.
Chances are, if they'll let me, I'll be carrying Oblivion. Maybe Kingdom Key.
Oh, they'll let you carry Oblivion around. You just can't smack people with it. Now, when I go and use my Tensa Zangetsu walking stick...
Because that's actually sharp. Yeah, I was going to say it's metal, but mine's metal too, so...
Mine's actually a little sharp. It's not that one that gave me the scar across my stomach, but yeah, let's needless to say, I don't want to try to figure out whether or not I can. But in case of zombie apocalypse, I am calling that sword crowd control.
Crowd control.
Well, that's what you get when you're swinging around a 7-foot-long katana. Sephiroth, eat your heart out. But
Because they won't let you carry a 15-foot one.
yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be there. Hope to see you guys there. And as always, I'm Kelly.
I'm DJ.
And we'll see you all
Next time.